Hello and warm welcome to everyone to our community update this week. Really, there is so much energy that is really gathering within our community, within the heart, within the soil of this community. I'm just so excited. So I am really happy to be getting together with you today for our community updates for this week and really have some special things to be sharing. And so would like to extend an especially warm welcome to everybody that's new to our community. I hope that you will feel warmly embraced by myself and by this community within the dialogue that happens beneath our videos. I really do encourage everyone to live the spirit of this community and to be kind to one another. And when people share things, it is good to make a post and to let them know that they were heard, that they were seen. A little reply saying, what you said touched me, and give one little example of something that touched you can mean the world to someone. And that is how we grow community. So I do encourage warmth and kindness in the members of our community. And also, please always remember, whenever we attract, somebody who's, obviously operating on another level, that is not in the vibration of this community. For instance, very sort of blinder type of Trump supporters, just remember they are not worth investing your precious energy in. So just give them a brief little blessing and let it go. There's no need to get involved in dialogue with people who are, at this point, just very set on, being in a very low vibration and starting fights and calling people down. We don't even need to go there and invest our precious energy there. So no need to even engage them. Okay, so on that note, I have made a commitment to bringing Violet Flame every week into our community. And so again, for those unfamiliar, the violet flame is a spiritual energy that is very powerful and it releases the low, dense vibration types of things like anger and hatred. It releases. It's just a wonderfully powerful spiritual energy that releases that kind of low vibration energy. It breaks it up. It transmutes it. It clears space for you to be able to engage higher vibration um, moods and feelings like gratitude and love, peace and harmony. And honestly, it's from that place that we are going to be able to create the beautiful world that we are wanting to create. Some people call it the new golden age. It's really from that place of love and peace and happiness that we are able to create the new golden age. And that is what we're doing in our community. So I've been bringing in the violet flame every week. And this week I'm bringing in something a little different from the affirmations that I've brought in the last 5 weeks. This is from a book called From the Light Shall Set You Free. And this is something that I actually say every day. I just think that it's a really good basic energy hygiene thing for me. Everybody needs to choose what works for them. But I would like to share with you today this. It's something that I read every day from The Light Shall Set You Free. I don't just read it, I intend it. And so as I read it now, I intend it for our community, for every single member of our community this week. And so if you would like to open to whatever you choose, to whatever degree you'd like to be open to this, you can make that intention now. So just pull out my amethyst crystal that I normally use for violet flame work. Through the power of the higher self, I command and demand that the violet frequency blaze ahead of me and dissolve all negativity. I request that the angels of the Violet Flame Temple surround me with golden light and release me from all struggles and limitations that are preventing me from fulfilling God's will on earth. Through my beloved I Am presence, I move into the higher frequency of the light and surround myself with the protection of Archangel Michael and the sword of blue flame. I command that my life be purified of all negative thought forms and that perfection come into my life. Through my beloved I Am presence, I am light and love. Through my beloved I Am presence, I command that all mistakes of the past be replaced with perfection and that all things be purified before I approach. So be it. So that's a very nice way also to invoke the violet flame. And I am actually, next week will be my last week of creating new videos until after I move. And again, I have been diligently for the last few weeks recording extra videos so that you will not be going without any videos during my off week, my offline weeks. So I will be um, taking a break from recording videos for 3 weeks. Before my move on April the 8th, and then after my move, there's going to be this 3-week window where I will be focusing on moving and then settling in. I am the kind of person that it's important to take that time to settle in properly so that I really feel, the ground under my feet, that I'm sitting on my throne for then providing my service to the world. So I am not shortchanging the time that I will allow for settling into my new home so that I will come back to you in the powerful and place of integrity that I hope you've come to expect from me. So I have this week and next week are the last weeks that I will be recording videos in my current home. And so there's so many things for me to share this week. I'm excited and don't know where to begin. So just pulling out my new, beautiful, deeply feminine, powerful pink Lemurian for bringing forward these updates that I hope will energize and empower you. So I'm just going to acknowledge something that I'm really excited about that was unexpected and came out of the Warrior of Peace Training 101 program, where I and as a community, we brought forward this new amazing force of love and action named Saramanju, who is this beautiful female energy that has been birthed specifically for the people of this time to bring forward amazing clarity and grace and skillfulness for bringing that clarity into the world. She is amazing. And that is really, I think, also part of why so much amazing stuff is growing within the soil, within the fabric of this Warrior of Peace community. She brought in an amazing blessing to us. And so one unexpected thing that came from that is, and I did share a quote from this participant before, this man who has been practicing a union practice of Manjushri and Saraswati for decades. He felt a great blessing of getting to receive this connection with this new deity Saramanju in that event that we held, and which, by the way, it's still available. You can still access the replay and connect in with the energy and also contribute your energy to that birthing process of her. So I'll be sure to include a link below that if you want to access the replay. It's 1 hour and it's life-changing. So this man has offered to give me what's called a reading transmission of the practice that he has been doing of Saramanju's parents, Manjushri and Sarasvati, for decades. And so we are arranging a date for him to be giving me that reading transmission. And then it's a great blessing to me to receive this from him, especially since he has been practicing it for so many years. He will have a very deep connection with it. So I will be receiving the reading transmission and he'll be sharing the practice. And I haven't mentioned this before, but I am planning to do a 1 week retreat at the end of May. And so I will be diving in and rolling up my sleeves and getting into that practice, this new practice, during my retreat at the end of May. So it's a great blessing for me, but it's also a great blessing for our community to be bringing in even more deep spiritual power and vibrancy into the work that we're doing through my receiving this practice and beginning to do that practice. Definitely very exciting. And I will look forward to seeing how that plays out in what I am able to do as leader here and also what we are able to do as a community. So I wasn't expecting to share that, but there's so much excitement within me about that. I felt moved to share that. So I'm also really, really excited about the 30-day Warrior of Peace Power Up program. So we've got 22 people that are working with me for 30 days to radically improve their sense of empowerment. So really shifting out of feeling, you know, overwhelmed and struggling with what's going on in the US and moving into a place of peace, calm, and leadership and empowerment. And so the 30-day power up is going amazingly well. We had our second of 4 live Q&A calls this last Sunday. So this was only the second time that this group and I have gotten together for a Q&A call. And I really am so deeply heartened by how deeply the people in this group are going. They are realizing as a group that we all must heal that stuff in the closet, that stuff from childhood, the gunk that is at the bottom of our barrel. We're needing to clean that up now so that our spirits can be free and light and able to navigate what is happening in the United States and the world at this point, really put forward by Trump. And so I'm blown away by how deep the people are going in this 30-day Power Up program. And they're doing this with people who are strangers to them. And they are sharing vulnerably, they are sharing nobly, and they are doing really deep work. So I am appreciating that level of trust that was developed so quickly. This was only the second Q&A call that we had together. And I know that I have been through so much. I mean, obviously my own personal healing journey, but then with Buddhist Project Sunshine, the work that I did, I not only did the activism work that, was shown by, journalists and the major newspapers in the world, but not only the activism, but I also created online discussion forums where people had to sign guidelines in order to join, and I handpicked volunteers um, to to do facilitation within these online discussion forums. And I always brought on somebody professionally changed, like a psychologist or a therapist of some sort, to consult with for more challenging things that came up within the community. So I hosted these online discussion groups. And I think that I really developed between my Master's of Education in Counseling Psychology, where I focused all of my coursework on trauma healing, and that experience, I really developed ways of creating a safety that people needed in order to go through deep healing with people online that are strangers to them. I think I really have developed some very strong skills for creating that kind of safe space for people to be able to do that kind of deep work. So certainly my experience with Buddhist Project Sunshine contributed a lot to my developing ways of creating a sense of safety with an online community where people are able to do very effective, deep healing and growth kind of work. And I really love that one of the key volunteer supporters of Buddhist Project Sunshine, she, she always said, what we're creating here is not safe space. We're creating brave space. And so by that, it doesn't mean that it's all soft and lovey-dovey and, that kind of safe space. It's a brave space where people are able to take risks and to be vulnerable, to receive help, and also to know that if, something, doesn't go right, that there are people there that are going to clean it up. And I'm a very notable cleanup person. I have some real skills of dealing with, when unfortunate things happen, along the lines of craziness like Trump or Trump supporters. I'm quite effective at dealing with that when it erupts in any of my community spaces. So there is a level of safety that is happening in this Warrior of Peace 30-day Power Up program that I'm very heartened by. And I also do own my contribution in creating that safe space where people feel that they can share at that level. And then, of course, I'm providing support and guidance. And I guess in some cases, you could even say suggestions or advice for how to deal with what they're dealing with. And people are really, really benefiting from what I've been able to respond to the vulnerable stuff that they're bringing up. So it is going amazingly well. And so I've decided to actually to offer another 30-day power up. It's going to begin on April the 27th. So after I've moved, I will run another group through this process. So it'll be another 4 live Q&A calls. So it's going to be, this has just worked out so well that I have to offer it again. So I just set up the registration page for that yesterday, and I'll be sure to include a link to that below. I'm offering an early bird rate to inspire you to go ahead and sign up for it if you want to experience it. So the Warrior of Peace 30-day Power Up is going amazing. And I also would like to share that I'm really delighted at how many people are reaching out about the 50% off sale that I'm offering on my coaching. If you're on my newsletter list, you would have known about this because I announced it last week that I'm offering a 50% off sale on my coaching services. So this is the opportunity to work with me one-on-one and get my one-on-one coaching. All of my attention and expertise that is brought into service for you, creating the transformation that you are wanting in your life and the kind of life that you're wanting to create. So I'm really pleased at the response and the excitement about the 50% off sale. And the way that I work, you don't just sign up for coaching. I really do insist on us having a 15-minute call. A coaching exploration call is what I call it. And that's an opportunity for you to share what are you wanting to change? What are you wanting to up level, either in your life or in some cases, people in their business. And we look then at what is the appropriate coaching support to do that. I don't work like therapists where you just sign up for therapy and meet every week for years. I always sign people up for programs that have a specific thing that they are wanting to achieve. And then I bring in my lion-hearted support for them being able to achieve that. The vision I have of myself, the picture is that I am like this, what is that called? I guess there's the discus is a sport, an Olympic sport. So if you think of a picture of a discus thrower, I hurl people into their greatness. So when somebody says yes and signed up for coaching with me, then I come fully on board and unleash everything that I have to hurl them into their greatness. So that's how I work with coaching. And that's also how I work with signing up people for coaching, is that we always have a conversation first so that we have a very clear intention for what it is that you're wanting to achieve. And in a way, you're getting my coaching for free in that 15-minute call, just to come to that clarity about what it is that you want to achieve. Then we explore what coaching would be necessary to support you in achieving that. So I'll post a link below this video as well for anybody that would like to schedule a 15-minute coaching exploration call. There's no expectations about where. It does not necessarily mean you're going to sign up for coaching. It might mean we talk now and then you sign up for coaching, in 6 months' time. There's not the expectation that it immediately leads to you signing up for coaching. It is honestly in that space of exploration. So if you would like to sign up for a coaching exploration call, I'll leave that link beneath this video as well. And the sale, the 50% off sale on my coaching is this week and next week. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, could be a wonderful time of opportunity for you. And so I would like to thank, at this point, it seems to be one person who is joining me in the 1111 Peace Prayer Wave, which is um, our community's offering to peace in the world at this point. So um, I think that perhaps people are needing to work on their own peace so that they feel like they have something to give to world peace. It's possibly why there's just myself and another person currently participating in the wave, but thank you to that other person. And I know that this will pick up in time. I have absolutely no doubt in my heart. So, so I wanted to thank that other person and invite anybody else who would like to touch in from time to time and offer either a prayer or a meditation to the Peace Wave. You just go to the Peace Prayer Wave page and just post that you are contributing that day. So that's a beautiful way to connect in and also to offer something if you feel you have something to offer. So I'll try to remember to also post that link beneath this video as well. So I continue as I meet with people for the 15-minute meet and greet calls that I continue to do. People continue to say how helpful they find these videos. So it certainly, makes me want to continue offering these videos. And in fact, I'm always wanting to up level the level of energy and inspiration and guidance that I am giving in these videos. So thank you for your feedback, and I would like to thank the sponsors for this week's video. So these are people who are contributing through my Patreon account and giving either $5, $11, or $33 a month to contribute to this effort of putting out these YouTube videos. So a special welcome to a new sponsor, DC. Thank you for joining me. And then our monthly sponsors, AM, CG, CM, CW, EK, HM, JC, JG, JK, TE. And I would also special thank you to MW for her $200 donation that I'm acknowledging through 2025, and to AF for sending me the $20 by mail. And I do invite anybody else that would like to be part of the energy exchange of contributing a small amount of money through the Patreon account and contributing to this effort of these videos. I invite you to be part of that energy exchange. And also for all sponsors, I hope that you will receive the merit and the goodness for your contributing to this, because people say it's really helping. Okay, so just a few, I always like to wrap up with a few personal updates. Again, because I think that you deserve to know the behind the scenes of, how a leader is, spiritually and mentally and emotionally. So I I made a transition as of last Friday, realizing that I needed to create space for rest. Um, in Buddhist Project Sunshine, I had realized I need a firm rule of having Saturdays as a day off, offline. So I learned that in 2018 with Buddhist Project Sunshine, and I did sacrifice that the last few weeks to get going with my move and also to continue at the rate that I was going with my service to all of you. So I was using Saturdays as my move preparation days. And so I realized on Friday that I needed to get back to having Saturdays off. So I am now dedicating Thursdays to be my move preparation, packing days. And I had my first Saturday off on Saturday, and it was amazing. I took a 1 hour walk around the lake that's in back of the house where I live. It takes about an hour to walk around that lake, and hardly anybody is there. I very rarely see anyone. I did not see anyone yesterday, so I really loved that time of being in nature. The weather was a bit warmer, so my spirit definitely soaked in that walk. And then later in the day, I had my weekly inner family meeting every week, every Saturday. I have a meeting with my inner family, all of my inner children. I've been doing this work for decades, so I have quite a kind of a master level engagement with my inner world, which includes this inner family meeting every Saturday where I connect in with each of my inner children. And I've got a lot of them from all different age ranges and also different interests in life. So I had a wonderful interfamily meeting for the first time this year outside. I took my fold-up chair, and there's around this lake, there are some really beautiful, soft, mossy areas. And so I set up my chair on this wonderful mossy area in the sun, took my shoes off, had my bare feet on the ground on that nice soft moss for at least a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, getting that earthing time and also having my first interfamily meeting outside this year, which is a cause of great celebration for myself and also all my inner family. So um, I am definitely feeling like my cup is more full, having reclaimed my day off and having had all that time in nature, which just wasn't possible with how severe the winter was. So um, I'm feeling good emotionally, spiritually. I feel so filled up by this work with the Warrior of Peace 30-day power up with Sarah Manju, with setting up this wonderful reading transmission for the Red Manjushri Blue Saraswati Union practice that is being gifted to me. So spiritually good and physically, I'm finding I need more sleep. Um, I I'm going to bed early and I'm getting, well, last night I had more than 8 hours sleep. So I'm just allowing my body that extra time of sleep. So going to bed early, and then I always get up early. I get up at 5:30. So I'm just increasing, just notching up the sleep a bit, and giving myself that rest. And I eat a very healthy, nutritious diet always, um, which is largely from the the company's products that I use. I've used Isagenix meal replacement shakes since 2013, and certainly that was a big part of how I had the energy to do what I did with 2018 with Buddhist Project Sunshine, of having that reliable source of really healthy nutrition. 2 shakes a day is what I have been using, and I will be the first to acknowledge that the ideal would be to be eating, home cooked, organic, locally grown food meals. I know that would be the ideal, and we all have to make choices. For me to be as active and to do as much service in the world, I am choosing not to take that time to cook the beautiful um, locally grown organic meals that, really would really be the highest level nutrition, I think. So, what I choose to do is having the two isogenic shakes a day for 2 meals and getting really, really high level nutrition from them. And then my third whole foods meal, I always have something that's very healthy. So my nutrition is in good order, always paying attention to how much water I'm drinking plenty of water. I have a beautiful water filtration machine. Cost me over 2000 US and worth every cent that I paid. And it's from Hawaii, and it does a wonderful job of purifying my water. So I'm always drinking really pure water, lots of it through the day. So I'm taking good care on those fronts. I have started doing my 10x strength training workouts again. My shoulder, my right shoulder, the healing continues to go very well. So I'm now back to rebuilding my strength, and my objective is to be back to my level of strength that I was at before the injury by the time that I'm doing my move. Although I'm hiring movers, still in preparing for the move, I'm having to pick up and move boxes around and arrange them because I want to be very organized. I want it to be easy for the movers. So I just, I value being organized. So in order to be doing lifting and things like that, I would like to have my full strength back. So I am engaging my 10x strength training workouts each week to rebuild my strength, which is coming along, which I'm really happy about. So, on all fronts, things are going well. I do feel, sort of that natural fear and also excitement about the move. So I'm being present with that, and also have been aware that a certain um, healing area has been arising, um, and that it's something that I am needing to find ways of entering into. Um, I'm actually going to create a video about that later today, since it is calling in such an important way. And I hope that my sharing about my own deep healing journey will inspire some of you to do your own, whatever deep healing is being called forward for you at this time. So that's a video that I'll be sharing my first offline week. So in a couple of weeks' time, I'll be sharing that video. And I think that that about covers it. Um, I am pleased with how things are coming along in my preparation for my move. Um, Definitely feels very special to be moving into this place because it's a place where I will be able to stay for as long as I want. And I feel it's a place that will deeply support my service, especially in this time, to you. And that means the world to me to be able to bring service that is of genuine benefit to you. So it makes me really happy to know that this home it seems to be designed to be supporting that service. I have struck up a friendship with the woman who formerly lived in that apartment. We had that chance meeting the day that I viewed the apartment, and things have gone from there of us wanting to stay in touch. And she does a lot of energy work, and she lived there for a year, and we had a Zoom tea the other day, and she said, maybe that's why I was meant to live in that apartment to to work with the energy and to prepare it energetically for you and the work that you're going to be doing in that apartment. So it was a lovely thing for her to say. And maybe it's true. I like to think that she lived there just because she really benefited from the energy of that particular apartment. But in any case, I have every hope and every reason to believe that this is a major up level for what I will be able to bring into this world in terms of beauty and light, and also guidance for being able to move through a very volatile birthing time, and making sure that we are birthing what we want to be birthing through this. So I will close up there, and I will make notes to myself to make sure that I include all the links that I promised you in this video. And all I can say is that things feel really good. Things are really feeling good. I know that out there things are chaotic and terrible. The meal replacement shakes that I've relied on for how I've decided to construct my life, um, they have been hit with a new 25% tariff. And so all of a sudden my nutrition budget is going up 25%. So um, it is hitting us everywhere, and we're part of, this amazing display of drama that is happening. And at the same time, we are more firmly rooting this place of peace within the Warrior of Peace tribe, within this community. It is our roots are growing even deeper and more abundant, more vibrant. We are transforming as a community through this time, becoming who we really were meant to become, and leaving the drama behind. The drama is still happening, but it doesn't have to affect how you feel, and it doesn't have to impact you creating a really beautiful life. So I'm going to have more to say about that in another video this week. So be sure to stay tuned, and let's continue doing what we're doing. So I am sending love from my heart out to you. I hope that you will receive that. And thank you for being the beautiful person that you are.